Hi everyone. Good morning. Do we see and hear? Yeah. We'll start off with that right away. Most frequently after I take a break from streaming, we come back and something has mysteriously broken. Or like updated without my consent and broken. Sometimes it breaks just for fun. It just feels like it, right? Seen and heard. Hi. I've missed you all so much. Please forgive me for not being able to stream last weekend. I was out of town for the Thanksgiving holiday. I had to come home early immediately because I got sick. So you can probably hear sort of the lingering effects of whatever it was that I caught. My aunt tested positive for strep throat, but I don't have that. So maybe it's just allergies or like my mom has an upper respiratory infection. You know, we stay losing down here. It's tough. It's tough. But how is everyone? I've missed you so much. So, Kate, if you had asked me that yesterday, before about 7 o'clock in the evening, I would have said yes. And then, most unfortunately, in the nighttime, I was like, oh, why does my throat sting? That's new. That's different. Haven't felt that for a couple of days. And then as of this morning, it's like, oh, I think I'm relapsing. So obviously streaming is quite a speaking intensive role. I don't want to put us in the Zote situation for the stream regulars who were with us during our Hollow Knight playthrough. You will remember was that also a holiday sort of sickness? Feel it maybe, or like a post-travel sort of issue. You will remember I got quite sick, streamed anyway out of spite to defeat Zote, and ended like every other word came out like a whispered squeak because I overexerted myself and my throat just completely like my vocal cords were just like nah, not anymore. We don't want to. So I was like exhaling silent curses at the game. It was bad. It was bad. I would like very much to avoid something like that. So we'll see if that's possible. We are set up this weekend to start patch 5.3 for Final Fantasy 14 for the Final Fantasy 14 enjoyers in chat. And I believe to finish Silent Hill. Now, if we can't finish Silent Hill tomorrow, we will finish Silent Hill on Sunday. I would like very much to finish Silent Hill on Sunday. I just think that's better pacing, right? Like it's a whole weekend. I don't have to start a new game on Sunday or like figure out what to do. My birthday is also at the end of the month, so I may be trying to organize like a special stream event for that. And of course, there may be holiday disruptions for Christmas and New Year's. December is going to be kind of a weird month, but we'll see. How was everyone's week? And I would like opinions. I would like feedback and answers to this question I'm about to ask. Oh, I also have some announcements today. We can get into those later. First of all, can we get some love in chat for Goose and Gorsby, please? Who both subscribed while we were on the break screen. Goose coming in at 2 years hot, and Gorsby resubscribing also for 2 years, having subbed for 6 months in advance at tier 3. Thank you. Thank you. All of this goes towards the hardware upgrade. It's on the other side. The hardware upgrades that we are fundraising for. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. I had an interesting discussion at the dinner table over Thanksgiving about small talk with strangers. So, like, say you're in the grocery store or just like you're minding your business. You're in a bookshop and someone starts talking to you. How do you feel about that? Like, because I don't like it. If I'm like in the Mr. section trying to pick out a cucumber and some dude comes up to me and is just like, produce is looking nice today, isn't it? I'm just like it is, and that's a harmless thing to say, but I was like, I don't know, don't talk to me. I don't like it. I don't necessarily think, and people at the table were like, no, I love it. I am the one that starts small talk with strangers out in public. And I'm like, no, I don't. Unless I actually have something to say to a person, I don't make small, I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me think that they want something from me. Like they're about to try to like sell me something or like ask me to do something for them. And I don't like that. And people at the table thought I was like the most jaded and suspicious individual they'd ever met. And they're like, no, I love talking to people. I'm very friendly. And I'm just like, it's not about friendly. I just don't want to be approached by people I don't know. And they're like, well, how will you be approached then? And everyone is a person you don't know. How will you make friends? And I'm like, not in the grocery store. Like, what do you want? Like, what is this? Depends on mood and the person's vibe. Try to be polite. And oh, Kate, that's so fucking real. Oh my God. The cat squirm, so real, actually. I have heard good things about penitent and blasphemous. I have heard great things about. I'm kind of interested in picking one or both of them up, but yeah, like exactly. Like I'm not at now. If I'm at like a bookstore and I'm reading a book and someone makes a comment about the book, maybe that's different. But because that's like a common interest sort of thing, so I might be a little bit more receptive. But if it's just like random conversation about like the weather or something totally unrelated, I'm just not really interested in that. I was in a restaurant like a couple of months ago, and I had ordered some food I was picking up, and there was someone at the bar that kept trying to talk to me, and I really didn't appreciate it. It was just like, oh, you waiting for food? Yeah. What'd you get? And I would tell him, and it's like, oh, that's cool. Do you live around here? And it's like, no. Where'd you go to school? Stop. No. We're crossing some boundaries. Cut it out. I don't like it. And the people that I was dining with were like, oh, they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. John, it was, and I didn't like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I am suspicious and unfriendly, but I didn't like it. One time someone made small talk with me at Target. They're trying to get, literally, yeah, no, I assume it's going to be like, have you heard about this ideology I want to tell you about? Or like, wow, prices sure are expensive because of X person's fault. Or like, can you help me carry this out to my car? And it's like, no, sir, no, Ted Bundy, not today. Not like this. Yeah, Geketsu. It's like out and about and like just like random. I don't know. I didn't like it, but they were like, it's not weird. Like it's a public place. It's not like anything bad could happen. And I'm like, what happens when I leave the public place and I'm in like an empty parking lot or like followed? Like let's be so for real right now. I couldn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like antisocial or grumpy or I don't know. I agree, Humble Tales. It is. I think that it's really unfortunate that these situational reality is that we are kind of forced to assume the worst at all times on the basis of self-preservation. I would love to just be nice to random people, normal people, everyone. But unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately. It's not my fault that I cannot pretend not to hear. Oh, I've always had pretty bad luck, like pretending I don't, unless I'm like actively in motion, like leaving them behind. Like if I am walking and someone says something, I just like keep going. It's like, that's fine. But if I'm like standing still looking at two things, it's like, bummer. As an over 6 foot, I am aware that I might sometimes be scary to strangers. Yeah, see, and again, it's like, it's really sad that people have to have these sort of like this awareness. Because in an ideal world, it's like, you know, I would be able to talk to people without having to be concerned about ulterior motives or like sketchy intentions. But here we are. It makes me sad. Don't have much battery for social interaction. Not gonna waste it on flavor with me bell peppers and carrots. Yeah, it's like, and especially like, I don't know how the rest of you shop. right? If I'm at the grocery store, I'm at the grocery store like 12 minutes before they are closing. I've had a really long day. I'm probably already wearing my pajamas. Like, I'm busy and I'm on a mission. I like the energy I exude is probably like so foul. Like it's meant to keep people away. I'm busy. So it's like anyone who has the fortitude to like push through the fog that I like is like wafting off of my body and talking, and I'm like, why? I used to run into my students' families at the grocery store, and one night I looked particularly haggard, and they asked me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah, I'm just really tired. And then I had to start looking a little bit nicer. But my students aren't here anymore, so I can look as expired as I want to at the grocery store. Started wearing headphones. Oh, that's super smart. I don't listen to a lot of music, so for me, the headphones would probably be more decorative than anything. But it's like if it gets the job done, right? What is Path of Exile? Sith1. Enjoy, and I hope you like the VOD when you catch it later. It's nice to see you. Oh, I keep seeing people talk about this Marvel game that's coming out. Now, I didn't pay any attention to it because I don't Marvel, but like, is this something that people in chat are excited for? Is this going to be like a good game? What is this? Maybe your friends have the quest exclamation mark over their heads, but I don't. I respond with bewilderment if someone starts a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's me. Still try even with the headphones. It is not a 100% guaranteed deterrent, but I suppose anything helps, right? Venom is... Luke, isn't Venom kind of caked up anyway? It's an RPG inspired by Diablo. Yo, oh my god. Early access today? Geez, Zithwan, good luck. Yeah, may the Q gods be in your favor. It's Overwatch, but Marvel. So, oh, fuck. I'm going to have to ask them how they felt about it. I also did not really play Overwatch, but I think maybe I'm just not a Blizzard enjoyer. Yeah. I think their stuff just doesn't really do it for me. No, Artemis. I hope that your day improves. Go get some rest, girl. We'll talk to you later. Sending you very good vibes. Speaking of good vibes, I need to sip this tea. Hang on. Also, since 1.2 million viewers, and it's mostly... So, Path of Exile 2 implies the existence of Path of Exile 1. When did the first game come out? Holy shit, 11 years ago! My god! Is this... Now, when you say it's an RPG, is this like a very like big game? Like I associate like Skyrim to me, like I think Dragon Age just came out. I think The Witcher is also technically an RPG. Spoiler: I don't actually know anything about genres. Like those words mean nothing to me. It's like it's a fast-paced, top-down, over-the-shoulder Metroidvania with elements of Soulsborne and 3-dimensional, like those words don't actually really mean anything to me. But oh my god, do I try! 6 beefy axe. I've never played Diablo. I think the Marvel game is another shooter to bite the dust and record to... I don't know. I think we underestimate the appeal that Marvel... Like, and I try to be open-minded about it because it's like, I don't connect with Marvel. There's nothing about Marvel that I interface with, really. It doesn't... Mochi! He just howled so big. We might have to let him in. It was really pathetic. If he does it again, I'll let him in. Superheroes in general is just kind of like not really something that like scratches any media itches I have, but that they make a lot of money. Marvel Media, that's doing pretty well. So it could thrive. I don't know. I don't really speculate on the success or lack thereof of games because I'm just not tied into the industry or like the marketing focus groups that determine. I can't listen to him make these sad sounds. Hang on. What? Oh, you're so pesty. Well, if you're gonna beg to come in, you could at least come over here. He says no. All right. Well, Mochi is on the bed. You cannot see him, but he ran. Okay. He ran inside, jumped on the bed, is right over there actually, licking his stomach with great enthusiasm. So he's feeling better, which is nice. We'll let him hang out. Genre categorization. It is, yeah, and it's really interesting because some people, I feel like there's some flexibility to genre and expectations that there's not necessarily a lot of agreement on. Like, I remember Hollow Knight being described to me as a Soulsborne, and me repeating that on stream and having multiple people in chat be like, this isn't a Soulsborne game. And I was like, I don't know, man, I'm just parroting. Like, does this sound like an original thought that I've had? And I thought it was, kind of. I would have put it under the same umbrella, actually. But some people had much firmer expectations, perhaps, as to what that word may have suggested. So you could see a little tail. Yeah, you can see that's his foot. Yeah, that little gray sliver right there. That's his foot. So Luke, yes. Oh, Fractal is actually doing a giveaway. And I will talk more about that tomorrow probably. I just saw the announcement, but I will be posting it on Discord and talking about it tomorrow with all of you because that's very exciting. I believe they're hosting a giveaway for the chairs that they just released. It's tough, right? Because obviously it's like I'm partnered with Fractal. It's like I'm gonna say nice things about their products. I want to believe that that over the years I have demonstrated like sincerity. So hopefully people won't think I'm just like mindlessly gassing up a brand whose products are like not actually good. Not gonna lie, guys, I sat in the chair at TwitchCon, and although I couldn't figure out how to adjust like the hip tilt, they tried so hard. They were like, you gotta touch and then lean, and I'm just like, they're like, no, put your weight on. I'm like, I couldn't get the hip tilt to work, but the chair itself was really fucking well made and super, super comfortable, and everything else about it was really adjustable. You could do like the, what are these called? Armrest. You could do like the armrest heights independently of the seat height, and they could swivel. It was really sick, and they're going to be doing a giveaway for their chairs, so we will talk a little bit more about that. I am back. Hey, Ratha. Man, Luke, I really like Fractal. They make really good shit. The PC that I inherited from a friend had a Fractal case, and the new PC that I built had a Fractal case, and my whole thing was like, I didn't realize cases could be pretty, right? That was a big thing for me. Obviously, a lot of people who build, what I see a lot of, so this is what I assume is more commonplace. It's like the big glass pane, and then everything inside it lights up, and there's like, and there is an appeal for that, right? But if I had to look at that many lights, I think I would go crazy. So I didn't realize that like there were alternatives that could be really aesthetically attractive, and I think Fractal's cases are really, really appealing. So anyway, thanks for letting me chat, and thanks for the reminder. Oh, also a reminder, there will not be a movie night tomorrow because it's the holidays, everyone, and I unfortunately have social commitments with some family friends, and you guys aren't allowed to have fun without me. Well, you could, but don't watch a movie that I want to see. Yeah, packet. And even my previous PC, it had I don't know which Fractal case it was, but it was white, and then it had that glass panel. And obviously the interior hardware was not very pretty. It was very old. There was paper inside the PC because I had to put an extra hard drive on something and I couldn't get any racks for it because of a supply issue. So the tempered glass on it kept me, I was able to continuously monitor the paper for signs of flame, I guess, which was useful. But I knew that I didn't really want anything flashy when I built something new, so. No, oh my God, Zithwan, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's awful. Are you doing okay? Tempered glass panel, the only light is the LED. Yeah, I actually went in and there's a thing in there that lights up. It might be the CPU cooler, and I just cut the cable. I was like, I don't need, like, because the lighting was controlled differently, so I just snipped it off. I was like, you don't need to go into the PSU. You can cool. You don't need to light. I was like, this is not necessary. I just don't. The flashing makes me anxious. It makes me think something bad is going to happen, which is like, yes, probably, but shattered it on accident. They said, yo, that's awesome. How long had you had the case? Because that's pretty good customer service. I'm kind of surprised they didn't tell you to pound sand if it was outside the warranty period. But the only Corsair product I own is this keyboard, Luke, which I got from your brother. Keep taking things from him. Within a year or two, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what their like expected warranty would be like, but that's pretty good service. Really love the team and the project. Yeah, it's always really hard to see things that you know creatively would be really satisfying to see come to fruition struggle to get off the ground. It's a really, really, really tough time to be in the industry right now, and there are a lot of stories that should be told and just like can't be for reasons totally outside of like the creator's control, and it's really disheartening. Yeah. We have the same we might. I'm sorry. I pick up the keyboard and I turn it over to try to see like a model number, and what do I uncover but like an enormous like rope of mochi fur just like hanging out under the keyboard. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, man. He's looking at me like, what? Sometimes he has like a stupid face and his mouth is a little bit open. He's like, thanks, Moch. While I have people here, does anyone have experience with any kind of pet insurance for their little critters? Mochi has some health issues, and the last time he needed like critical care, obviously it was like, well, we can't get insurance now. Like you get it before they get sick. But I remember the last time I looked, it was like a window where they were like, yeah, if your pet's been healthy for like 6 months or a year or whatever, you can like re-enroll them. And if it happens again, they consider it new. So I've been doing some research, but I don't have any hands-on experience with this. If anyone in chat does, I would love to hear your perspective on whether or not that has been something useful for you. Don't remember what it's like a 60%. I don't know the difference between 60 and 65. So it's one of those. It doesn't have arrow keys. So I feel like that makes it a 60. And I turned the lighting off on it. Yeah. If it makes me feel, I don't know, it stresses me out. Hi, Getty. Welcome back. It's so good to see you. The pet insurance that was available was generally not worth it. That was a long time ago and things may have changed. Yeah, and I see a couple of providers recommended more than others. And then, but it's like every single one of them has a horror story. Like you'll hear someone be like, oh yeah, like this is the provider that my vet office recommended and like they're great. And then immediately below that, someone will be like, yeah, they wouldn't cover any care for my animal actually. And it's like, God, and it's like, it's not necessarily like it's an expense. I would pay for it monthly. And you know, he's worth it. This horrible little goblin who's missing his teeth and has IBD and pancreas issues and who fucking knows what else. He knows I'm talking about him. He's like, I like him so much. But if it wouldn't actually mitigate the financial side of seeking that kind of care when he needs it, it wouldn't be worthwhile. So, but thanks for letting me blabber. I appreciate your perspective. We had some pamphlets at the front desk with the office manager was all. That's what my dentist told me. Not about pet insurance. We're in open enrollment right now. So I don't have dental insurance. And I was like, maybe I should have dental insurance so I don't have to pay out of pocket for dental things. Because just like the way that it always panned out, it was like kind of cheaper or the same price to just pay normally. So I called my dentist office. It's a new dentist, which is also like part of the reason I didn't opt for the insurance, because I was like, if they're out of network, then I'm just screwed. I gotta find somebody else. And it's like, I like this dentist. I called them and I was like, yeah, like if I were to pick up like dental insurance, like which group are you guys like covered under? And the receptionist was like, don't. It's, we have a lot of problems with the don't do. It's just don't. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. That's kind of a bummer, but sure. Places are hit or miss about it didn't even occur to me that like an animal hospital could be picky and choosy about which. Man, why is it so bad? There have been some developments in the insurance world recently, and I think we should see more of that. I think bad people should tell us more about where they live and where they're going to be at various times of the day and year. I just think, we've got addresses, location. I just think that's interesting. Anyway, I'm going to take us into the game before my voice starts to like totally crack. I feel like I was going to have one more thing to say. I don't remember. Kind of like forewarning the mods about this. When we're back on Silent Hill tomorrow, I have dinner plans. So we won't be able to stream super long. So for those of you who are really familiar with Silent Hill, we'll probably need to, like, if it's the type of thing where it's like, if we start gaming at 12:30 and we would finish the game at like 5, it's like, I can't actually stream until 5. So maybe we call it closer to like 3. So that we've got like good chunks on Saturday and then good chunks on Sunday, because I imagine there's going to be some post-game discussion as well. So, oh my God, Bran! Oh my God, Bran! Oh my God, Bran! Hi, Bran! Did you see that MCR is coming back to LA? Did you see? Did you know? Do you know? Are you going? Are you I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I'm going to sneak into your house, and I'm going to slither in through the pipes of your plumbing, and I'm going to emerge from the bathroom, and I'm going to like serpentinely wiggle my way through your home. I'm going to steal your tickets. I'm going to leave. I'm going to photocopy them so that we each have one, and it'll be too much trouble for security to turn us away. And they'll just have, oh, it was a glitch, man. It was a system glitch, dude. Like, it's not my problem. Then we can both go. You'll sneak me in. I can curl up so tiny into a bag. Yeah, I will contort myself into whatever position they will allow, as long as they're not like, yeah, it's got to be like a fanny pack that's clear. I will do whatever it takes. I will fit into a tote. I will make it happen. Little a menace as a treat, right? Brain, how are you? I missed you so much. I have a friend who has pet insurance that reimburses him. Oh, interesting. I know when I was looking for health insurance for me, not for Mochi, there were some plans that were like, oh God, how were they describing themselves? It was like really cheap monthly, but a really high deductible, and you had to like save receipts to be reimbursed later. And I was like, I don't think I have the. I don't think I've got the commitment for that. I'll be honest. Save my receipts where? Put them where? Maybe that's just like a failure on my part to adult. But I don't want just like random stacks of paper hanging around physically or like scanned into a Google. I don't think so. It's not for me. Hi, Jovi. What's going on? What did you? I don't know. What did you hear? I feel like I haven't said anything super egregious in the last like 2 minutes or so. Although I suppose that depends on what our definitions of egregious might be. Brand, literally, I was just asking people about pet insurance because it's been a year since Mochi needed emergency care, which means now, like, if I were to enroll him in some form of pet insurance, the issue that he was treated for wouldn't be considered pre-existing, I think, depending on the carrier, because he hasn't needed treatment for it in a year. But it's just like, it's one more monthly cost, and I don't know if it's worth it. So I'm fishing around for stories of people who have been in that position. I'm totally not experienced. I've had no. And it's like, I hate that this is just sort of something we come to expect from insurance, for them to just say, haha, tee-hee, haha. No, I don't think so, actually. I take a medication, and I went to get it refilled. And they said, oh, there's a problem. And I was like, oh, of course there is. And I was like, is it the insurance? They're like, no. And I was like, okay, what's the problem? They're like, we just don't have it. I'm like, you gonna get it? And they're like, we don't know. I'm like, when was the last time you had it? And they were like, 7 months ago. And I was like, okay, so it's safe to assume you're probably not gonna get this anytime soon. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, great. So I went back to my doctor and I was like, no one has this. This is just like on back order or discontinued or something. So I need a different one. They go, okay. So they tell the insurance, we need a different one. The insurance says, nah. And I'm like, so you won't cover the alternative, but it can't get the original. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So I went back to the doctor and I was like, yeah, they said no. And the doctor was like, okay, we'll appeal that. Don't worry. They denied the appeal. And I was just like, okay. And I mentioned the doctor again. I was like, I don't really know. They said no again. And the doctor, then she just sighed really heavily. And I don't know what she did, but she was like, I'll call them. And on our third appeal, they finally said yes. I think maybe we were just so annoying. It was like they cut their losses just so they didn't have to deal with us anymore. No, a different medication, unfortunately. But it's so fucking annoying. Yeah, Bran, I literally saw. Yeah, they no longer want to identify themselves, but it's like, but they did for so long. I'm sure that information still exists. Listen, it's like we've got the web archive. We've got the Wayback Machine. I think evil people should feel less safe. Yeah, it's just a coincidence. Like, it's not, just a coincidence. I'm gonna take us into Final Fantasy. before I say something that like teeters at the edge of TOS for like inciting violence against billionaires or something. I'm gonna take us into Final Fantasy. Hang on. Okay. I've got to click some buttons. Hang on.
I won!
Oh! You did that, Joby? I as soon as I clicked the left button on my mouse, and I thought that I had clicked something on my computer that made a sound, and it scared the crap out of me. Joby, thank you so much for subscribing. Can we get some love and chat for Joby, please? Joby, how have you been? How's your day? How's your week? It's December. That bunny's shirtless. Wait, hold on. Wait, whoa, yo, what's this fit actually? It's level 100 gear. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not salty about it at all. Liz, I know you guys can't see it because I needed to click buttons and then I got distracted. So let me click buttons. Hang on. Okay, there's one button. I'm going to turn this on. And now I get to click this button. Are we working? I think we're working. I gave my bunny some longer hair and I don't know how I feel about it. So we're just gonna kind of like test this out. See how we feel as we start patch 5.3. I, regrettably, I have not yet retackled the Crystal Tower raid sequence. I was so sick this week. You would have thought that I would have had the time, right? Because I literally wasn't fucking doing anything. I was just like in bed feeling miserable. But I actually care about like the story. So I didn't want to do something just to like waste time if I wasn't invested. So I will do it this week. I promise, I swear. Where am I going? To the crystal. Must be. To the pendants! Okay. Anyway, because hopefully you can see the game now. But again, I knew that we couldn't. Okay, hang on. I need to like, we're gonna put T over here. Got my phone. Good. Too far away. I'm right next to it. That's okay. We'll give them this one, I suppose. Wait a minute. I should be seeing the quest. Is it out there? Is this a door? This doesn't look like a door. Maybe it's inside the actual building, but it looks like something that I can get to from out here. Yeah, okay. Well, I should have known, but that's fine. So usually they're gonna hit us with a cutscene straight away. The manager of suites is looking a little anxious. Okay, but it's not voiced, so we're good. Yes, I'm gonna be... Your ears, sir! Take care of so they stay. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too... That's right! So, previously, still don't know where our Bert is, but Elidibus is masquerading as Ardbert, having either like possessed his corpse or just like doing some weird Asian shape-shifting bullshit. And surprisingly, our Ardbert has kind of nothing to say about that. Legitimately don't know if he's still napping or what. I think probably he's just like not here anymore. But it is strange to me that he doesn't seem to have... I feel like the only logical explanation is that he has like, with his purpose concluded, he has just like he's out of here. And there was like a star shower illusion conjured, and I think if I'm remembering this conversation correctly, and I would be astonished if I was, Elidibus said something about like the memory of the final days, which were all of those meteors that we saw in the Amarot dungeon and then also in the star shower that was conjured. Like, it left such an indelible and permanent impression on the souls that were then sundered into reflections of each other, that just by seeing them, the echo can awaken or something. And I think he also said something like, Heidelin is always calling out for people to like join her or like ally themselves with whatever her mission might be. So it's not that if you hear her voice, you're special, she's chosen you. But seeing the star shower like makes you more likely to hear, and she's always yelling. It's like a siren song. She's just like, hey, oh my God, see, hear, feel, think, like, hello. if I'm remembering correctly, and I may not be, and I still haven't gotten a new notebook, so. Which I really should have done for 5.3. Yes, there was definitely, like, literal, actual genetic memory going on. But beyond that... Yeah, I've got a lot of notes on the Sundering specifically, but not... Yeah. I'm assuming also that they will probably revisit these things to remind, clarify, and expound upon. So if I don't know them straight away, that's probably fine. I concede it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after himself. Old habits, you understand? Yeah, because Elidibus is like, I'm gonna make everybody into a Warrior of Light. And we're like, but that's weird. And he's like, yeah, I'm unscrutable. I said unscrutable. It's inscrutable. I'm sick. How very opportune. Who wants to talk to me? Oh, it's the librarian. I love this guy. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Morin, for you, I have an evening to spare. Let's get dinner. I wanted to thank you for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. That's right. And as part of our... And we haven't told anybody that fake Bert is actually Elidibus. Because we can't, because we think that would freak people out, and we're probably right about that. But we also, like, dispelled the misunderstanding that that Ardbert and co. were evil, and, like, intentionally ushered in, like, a period of tumultuous calamity and unrest. Okay, we're getting there. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is in the case of Ardbert. Now, you, nerdy historian, should be smart enough to know that this is not the real thing. You too were surprised to see him, I think? Did Elidibus shave him? I swear he used to be kind of scruffy. Did Elidibus pop in his body and go, nah, and just like take a razor to his face? At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky, and you know the rest. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Yeah! Son, like, Elidibus shaved him. It's just like how, like, when Lahabrea took over Thancred and then, like, revealed himself as having taken over Thancred, the first thing he did was, like, throw away Thancred's necklace. He's like, I hate this, and just, like, tossed it into the trash. He did! He cleaned his axe! Yes! Did you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing? I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. I bet. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. We're thinking about it. Wait, we actually are? Are we gonna tell him about fake Bert? Interesting. Okay, hang on. What had he just said to us in this event? If there is anything I can do to help, you need only say the word. So I can ask about the Warriors or tell, like, what the situation is like in the city. Well, probably we should know more about what the Warriors are up to, since they're if they're serving an Ascian end, it's not for the good of the people, so... Did my controller disconnect? Okay, well, we'll select this manually then. Beg your pardon? You wish to ask me about the Warriors of Light. Yeah. I dare say you already know more about them than any living soul, save for Ardbert himself. Aw, man, I picked the wrong option. Morin thinks I'm an idiot now. Unless you're for... Yes, yeah, the new ones, Morin, obviously. Come on, nerd, keep up. See, it's not me. It's not my fault. It's never my fault. If so, I may yet be able to assist you in some small way. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. We probably should have asked about the city, but that's okay. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. About to head home. No worries, son. Drive safe. Do not let me keep you, sir. I bid you a pleasant day. Oh, I bet you do. It's a really good-looking Elizin. I feel like sometimes the Elizin can be more difficult to customize in an appealing way, to put it nicely. One of my friends, their character is the most attractive male Elizin I've ever seen, and for weeks I was just this incessant pest, like flitting around their face, like, send me your fucking characters. Like, you just send me your characters. So send me your characters. I save a preset. Send me the preset. If I need the DLL file, give me the DL. Give me the preset. Give me the preset. And they finally said, they were like, shut up. And they finally sent me their face file. And I have it now. Now I have the good looking Elizin just on tap. Whenever I need it for something. Who knows what that could be? Where are we going? We should probably just take... Well, I guess we're right next to the Aetheryte, so we'll take the big one then. I don't want to run all the way into the city. I was like, where is it? It's in here. I was like, I know I can't be missing this ginormous crystal. My powers of observation cannot be that limited. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Cabinet of Curiosity, because we're going to go chat with Morin. Perfect. Is this character's name Antibert? It feels wrong to have another character's name end in Bert. Like, I feel like Ardbert should just have the fucking copyright on that. Which is extra funny because isn't the black mage in his party, doesn't his name also end in Bert? Curious. Excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Yeah, Antibert should be... It sounds like a Kingdom Hearts situation, right? Ardbert, Antibert. I swear that the black mage Elizin Warrior of Light's name also has Bert in it. I didn't write it down, though. But I did the role quest, which was maybe why it sounds familiar. The kids are here. Forgive us. We couldn't help overhearing. Oh, yeah. I bet all three of you couldn't help overhearing. Like, stretching yourselves around the corner. Like, we couldn't help it. Oh, yeah, you could. But you're cute, so I'll let you. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. Well, that's good for us. I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Alphinaud volunteered to help. I came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light. Reen's like, I swear I wasn't with these guys. I promise we weren't commiserating. We're not like girl ganging it around. I promise. Hey, Reen, you can do whatever you want, baby girl. I like to imagine the three of them like doing their makeup together. Like they definitely all have the same eyeliner. Rabbit does have new hair, Banjax. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I very strongly associate Rabbit with the short hair. So I don't know if it will stick, but we're gonna try it. But I don't think it's gonna stick. And we'll probably take our first break when this cutscene goes over. If you would care to find a table, I shall be down with the books in a moment. Because I need more tea. Or I need, well, I do need more tea, but I should also probably put it in a thermos so it stays hotter for longer. The alternate one, yeah, the alternate one looks really nice too. There's something about the short hair that just feels very right. Like, to the point that I see other rabbits out in the wild, and I'm like, who let you use that? That's my unique style. It's like, no, it isn't. That's in character creator. It's not mine. I don't own it. But it feels like bunnies, yeah. We're one to pore over the annals of Vrantic history, one would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as warriors of light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tolthwyl, legendary first king of Lakeland, Broadfort and Soward, the fabled Drawn and Galgant duo of Vobert. None of those words don't have any meaning to me. Although when we talk about legendary first kings, I always think of Thornton. No list of Vrantic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a warrior of light. That's right, and I believe we were just with a group of bunnies, with Y'shtola in the ruins outside Fanau when we found some type of, like, shrine dedicated to her, or like a monument, or potentially her gravesite. No, literally, Arya, it's like they're like my evil persona twin. Yeah, like a nefarious doppelganger. I was looking at Glamours the other day, and I straight up just saw a picture of a male Viera, like with the same skin tone and the same hairstyle, and I like recoiled in my chair. I was like, why are you fucking taking pictures of me, you weird? Not me. Not me. Don't own this. Not exclusive. It just feels very right, though. So I'm attached to it. Can't help myself. Although what I really want, and this is something that I meant to install, but then I actually got too sick to do it. I want to see what my bunny looks like with Amaric's hair. Because I bought it from the shop, but Viera can't wear it. And it's like, I paid money for this. And there are ways to see what that would look like on Viera, and I kind of want to know. I would like to see it. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense it's been around for centuries. I feel like there's probably a little bit of manipulation going on there too, where suddenly it's like cool and hip. It's not a problem anymore. In ages past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, light came to be regarded with fear, the title used not to exalt but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. Well, I could have told you it was initially a good thing. Come on, Morin, give me something new. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. Who is this? In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesized hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Wait, so if this was the first one, isn't this that legendary king? Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessor. Yeah! This guy kind of serves metaphor refantasio vibes. Like, the horns? I am looking. In time, Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, well, the plot thickens. Doesn't it always, Alfino? The title of Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder. It surely can't be a coincidence. What, that the same title? I mean, Heidelin is a thing across all shards, so... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Alfino. Let us imagine a man who is awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelin's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds. If crossing the rift were that easy. Surely not! They can't possibly put us in other worlds after this, right? No, because it was the Exarch who pulled us to this one. So it's not that simple. I actually don't remember if Heidelin, but I'm sure she must have. We're going to go with this option. She did. I've never heard her voice myself. That's interesting, especially considering Reen's connection to Minfilia and Minfilia's connection to Heidelin. But I can feel her presence, perhaps through Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all of this is true and there's a common thread behind the epithet, I doubt the Asians will have been amused. I don't know. I think they'd find it funny. Hi, Darius. How you doing? How's your day? We're testing out the new hairstyle. I'm not 100% convinced. I want to see what Bunny looks like with Amaric. Well, like, yes, with Amaric, but like with Amaric's hairstyle specifically, because I think that could look really good on Bunny. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Heidelin, with good must have added insult to injury. Probably, but... While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excuse my... Morin's like, should I be here? No need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Did someone say Warriors of Light? There's a little girl here? Cat child. Oh, she's tiny! Ricky Tio is such a cute name. I don't think I've ever seen this hairstyle before. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? Why are you letting kids in the cabinet? God, she's cute though. We're sorry, Master Morin. Yeah, I'm the Warrior of Darkness. That's me. Light. Both. It's complicated. My name's Ricky Tio, and I want to help everyone. She's adorable. I do wish, so I initially, when I started playing, I played a Catboy. And I think I chose Seeker of the Sun, which has the slitted pupils. But I think the other, like, Catboy clan, for lack of a better word, has fangs. And I wish you could have both. I wanted fangs and cat eyes. I had to pick one. Wait a minute. Wait, well, she has both. You can have both? Are you serious? I thought you had to pick one. Interesting. We may have to fuck around in Character Creator with cats then. Please tell me what I have to do to be a hero. To be a you have to eat all of your vegetables. Ha! Bunny's like, I don't want to talk about this. That was like the longest cutscene. Oh my god, I have to talk to her next. I do not remember you. When you returned from the sea with the Exarch, I asked you how you became so strong. I don't, honey, I'm sorry. Children's inquisitiveness is to be commended, but you gotta stop saying tome. Like, when we were watching Arcane Season 2 and Jace said the word tome, I was like, nobody uses this. Stop using this word. Ridiculous. Book. It's a book. I want to be a warrior of light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary. That's me. I'm a healer. I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrant. When I told Arkhill and Airwell this, they said the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young. Esteemed warrior of darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Rikitio to, I hate this word, Spagyrix? Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Chirurgians at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems like we've finished, so we'll come with, okay. Thank you so much. We'll see you there. If this is gonna be mostly like child focused, I'm not gonna lie, I might have to do like a dungeon or something, or we might have to do like the raid quest. Because I kind of want plot stuff, and I'm sure this will eventually get plotty, but it's like right now this seems not super related to the big cutscene that we got at the end of 5.2. But I feel like the patches usually start slow and then escalate quite quickly. And then if I want to leave, we can just take the Aetheryte. And then this will probably be where we take our first break. I'll try to get us to Spagyrix. They cannot act. Heaven's Door, is that seriously how it's pronounced? Spagyrix? That can't be right. I probably should have just gone to the plaza. Yeah, because I think we can only get in from out here. Okay, perfect. This is where we will take our first break. I'm gonna go make some more tea and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Thank you for your patience, everybody. I do not control the speed at which water boils, but I've got tea. I'm feeling better. Feeling strong. Yeah, Bran, when are you playing Final Fantasy, huh? Huh? I hope these cutscenes start getting voiced. It's a lot of reading for me today. What do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial that includes the first 2 expansions through Stormblood. Where I need to memorize that copy-paste. I need to memorize it at this point. It's too funny. I need to be able to execute it better. Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine. If something happens to this child, I'm uninstalling this game. Like, this little cat girl is too fucking cute. We did not do Crystal Tower rewatch, but we're going to. I don't think we'll be able, if these cutscenes keep being like really long and reading intensive, I probably won't be able to stream like a full block today, just because my throat is already like not super happy and I want to make sure I can actually talk for Silent Hill. But I'll definitely get around to Crystal Tower this week. So, we've got time still. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. The good thing about thermoses is that they keep tea very hot. The bad news about thermoses is that when you pour boiling water directly into them, the water stays boiled at that temperature for a really long time. So I'm going to pop the lid off this so it cools a little bit. That is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. Ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Interesting. Why? The people here need them too. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. A backup text reader. I know. Usually the game does a pretty good job of balancing it, so I'm hopeful. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see, and so difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Does this mean my dream isn't any good? No! Sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. Also, Mochi is conked out so fucking good right now. I had to take a picture. I'm going to post it on Discord real quick. Because it is some choice Mochi content. The issue, I took a bunch of pictures though. Which one is the best? That one's pretty good. That one's also pretty good. His eye is a little bit open, so we'll do this one, I think. Yeah! cat. He is conked out so peacefully, so pinkly. He's resting. Dominique, I was visiting family for the American Thanksgiving holiday. Yeah, I put up a couple of announcements about that, so. If we all work hard, the day will come when our Kyrusians may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the world. But I do appreciate you being worried about me. Everything's fine. It's just the holiday season. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. You must work very, very hard. He's so moach! He's motoring in rare form today. Yeah. He started demanding all of his food be served to him several degrees above room temperature, and now he thinks anything that comes out of the microwave is for him. It's great. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Without further ado, may I entrust you with a task. I have placed an order at Sweet Sieve for a potion ingredient and would like you to go and collect it. Okay, well, that seems easy. Oh my god, is her tiny cat tail really stubby because she's a baby? She's little. She's little. He's so snug. And he was absolutely monstrous yesterday, so I imagine he's very tired. My apologies. Would you mind accompanying her when you arrive at Sweet Sieve? Speak with a woman named Gracine, and she will point you in the right direction. I shall join you as the one who suggested this course to Ricky Tio. I would assist in her first steps. This child better have immunity, because I really like her already. What about the two of you? Are you They're exhausting. Oh my god, this monster. I have to keep things from him, right? Or he gets into them. So there's a shelf above the bed that you can't see on camera, and I had a plant on there for months, and Mochi didn't realize it was there. And then Mochi discovered it was there and did everything he could to fucking get to it all the fucking time. I would be asleep, and he would walk onto my chest so he could lean up and try to get onto the shelf. So I had to move it. There. And Mochi was so angry that we were gone for the Thanksgiving holiday. We picked him up. He was home. I went in the shower. I got out of the shower. And he had gotten onto the shelf and knocked two of my plants down in rage. There was dirt everywhere. There was dirt on my Estinian body pillow. I had to wash that. I had to wash everything. I had to take the rug out and soak it. He's such a terrible, awful, bestial creature. But he's so pink and soft also. I hate him. We do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Ricky. Oh, are you guys going to be more combat-oriented? We will wait here for you when you return. Please teach us how to fight! Do I look like a fighter to you? Should I put some pants on if we're going to be, like, talking to children? Reen and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. Sure, sure, sure. I feel like I should put pants on. What's up? What do I have in the glamour dresser? What am I feeling? Let's do... Why not? I worked hard for this glamour. This glamour is 100 wins in Seal Rock, just in case you ever feel like you know, just in case you ever feel like a weird desire to inflict supreme psychological harm upon yourself. Yeah, you can get this glamour. Where am I going? It was supposed to be something else. I didn't finish it. So yeah, it ends up, it's just boots and underwear, but that's not how it's supposed to look. That's just what it ended up as. Okay, I think we'll just run over. Wait a minute, how am I supposed to get up there? Oh, it's probably a jumping puzzle. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. It was though. I've been meaning, I need to do the raid sequence for this expansion, because what I need is a new glamour that feels appropriate for Shadowbringers. Because I had a lot of glamours that felt like really strongly tied to Stormblood, but nothing I've done for Shadowbringers has felt like oomph, like that's it! That's the expansion glamour. So maybe something we get out of the raid will feel more appropriate. I am with Master Alfino. Or rather, Master Alfino is with me. Lest you wonder, Chesimil's order is for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. It was with apologies that I asked Master Alfino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits on the vine. Yeah, I can pick some fruit. It's the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. I can pick grapes. That's within the skill repertoire I've been cultivating. We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Yeah, baby girl, I got some grapes for you. She's so cute. Oh my god. You picked this many. Yeah, my hands are like 3 times as big as yours, so I can hold even more grapes than you. Oh my god, her tail is so tiny. She's just a small cat. I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chesimil? I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them. Probably something medicinal and helpful, which you would probably really like. What made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? Well, a while ago, I fell sick, really sick. My body was burning up, and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. Go back. Sometimes I get the urge to go back to this game, but I've forgotten the story. You can though. There's probably a way to, like, reset your expansion progress. I feel like there must be. Right? For people who had to like put the game down and then come back to it many months or years later and don't remember what they had done last. She was so brave. She went around taking care of people even when it was dangerous, and I decided I wanted to help people just like her. I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my... Girl! You were giving your friends grass water? But I didn't really know what I was doing or if there was anything else I could do. Then not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Valor? Wait a minute. We remember Thaler and their brother Themler. Didn't Thaler leave to become a warrior of light? A bunch of quests in a snowy area for a guy who absolutely fucks. Finished there, went to a green area. I was going to say a snowy area for a guy who fucks. Is this Amric? Could this be Amric? It's got to be Amric or Harshafont, right? And they both fuck. So haven't seen him in a bit, so he must be looking for people to help. Yeah, one of the guards awakened by the star shower. He left. If it's Kurthis, it's Harshafont. If it's Ishgard, it's Amric. But they're both snowy areas, so thank you for sharing your tale with us. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. Ooh, oh, it could have been Estinian. That's right, in the Dravanian Forelands. I forget that we meet him pretty early, because all of the quests that we get from Amric are a little bit later on. I think you're right, Banjax. But all three of them fuck, though. So, again, we're not narrowing it down the way that we think that we could be. It will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesimil. Estinian sounds, is that, ooh, is that where the vendors are, where you get Cecil's armor from the first raid? Wait a minute, a snowy area, Mordona? Because the first raid sequence for ARR would have been Crystal Tower. I don't know now. I don't know where you are. It would seem I have been laboring under a misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. That's right! And we're kind of on a time crunch for that because you guys are sick. You guys are not meant to be separated from your bodies like this. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not but that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for all of us when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. I mean, what happens if he just follows us home? Well, I think he came from home to here, so he probably won't leave again. This is no longer a strange and distant land, after all. Norbrain has become as a home to us, and her people our own. The way this light is moving over us is really, really nice. Let us return to... I hate that word. It wouldn't do to keep your admirers away. I don't want to talk to any more kids. Can somebody else do this? Thancred! Yeah, Reen is here. Where is Thancred? Let's just give Thancred more children to take care of. He's surprisingly good at it. Wait a minute. Yeah, Reen is here. Where is Thancred? Where's Urianger? We'll just sit with that contemplation for a couple of minutes. Okay, and then... Oh, we're turning it in at Spagyrate. Man, I will never get better at navigating the Crystarium, I fear. It's like I'll never get any better at navigating Ul'dah. I think you're telling on yourself, Bran, because I didn't say that or anything that sounds similar to it, but it's nice to know where your brain is at, right? Have you like been watching Arcane lately or something? Just wondering. Thanks for your kind help. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make a vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Ricky Tio a little taste. No! Okay, oh, but it's kid stuff? This patch is just kid stuff? Maybe we should pivot to raid things. I'm just not feeling kid stuff today. All those oh yeah. Yeah, it's that indelibly changed by fan. It's a good patch. It's starting off quite slow. If you fat cat rolling on the ground at the bottom. If you finished helping Ricky, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to gods. You want me to kill you? We have enemies you can deal with. Oh, vampire. For a second, I swear to God, I thought he was gonna be like, we have bullies. We have kids we don't like. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking murder some children for you. Vampire bats. The guards say they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. They shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting, and we were just watching. I think this tea might still be undrinkably hot. A little bit okay. Anything more than that, we'd be in trouble. Yeah, this kid stuff's kind of bumming me out. I want to kill stuff. The children told us as much while you were away. In preparation, Chesmeal kindly furnished us with lures for the bats. So the creatures won't give you any sport. The younglings will be watching. Put on a good show. Alright. I guess I can kill some bats. Alice just runs off. It's cute seeing them all interact with each other at least. And the gate, I think, is actually outside the city. So we'll just wander down here, and then she should be in the next area. Nice. Listen, I'm not above appreciating good character design when I see it. Also, that player had a fat cat minion. Kindred spirits. Everyone's here. Let's get started. Vampire bats feed on blood. They've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. We'll use the lures, which exploit their heat-seeking behavior. They nest under the eaves. You'll attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have 6, 3 for you and me. As proof of caramel cheesecake! Another rabbit joins the club. Caramel cheesecake was previously a Rothgar, no longer. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Okay, so we need to pick up some fangs. Nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in... Alize loves us. She loves us so much. The, like, sibling dynamic that she has with the Warrior of Light is honestly really, really compelling. I adore her so much. While we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Reem. She's strong too and will keep you safe. They're bats. How bad can it be? Let the contest begin. Yeah, I need everyone to look at this bunny for a second. Oh, get out of that tree, caramel cheesecake. I can't zoom in. I can only walk closer. Look at this fucking bunny. So previously, I was like, I've got the best looking bunny in the game. But like, it's fine. Everyone else can play Viera if they want, but I've got the best looking bunny. And now it's like, I have to clarify that and be like, okay, I have the best looking male Viera in the game. Because I'm pretty sure Caramel Cheesecake here has the... I just want to look at what you've got going on behind you for no reason. Oh, man, what is going on with the nape of your neck? And this is the new hair that they just dropped for the most recent patch. Looks so good. Can I just get like really, really close to your face? Looks so good. Incredible. Incredible bunny. Like, I need to up my game. Look at look at me in comparison. I'm starting to slip. Wait, she's so tall? Can I just, wow, I'm just gonna. This is the kind of height difference I want in real life. All right. They are. Yeah, they're taller in general, which I think is really fun. But just like for no reason in particular, I'm just gonna put my face. Yeah, I'm tit height. Oh, I can't help where my head goes. That's just like I can't help it. This is just how tall I am. It's just where my face is. I don't know. Like, so I'm killing bats. I have to use heat. I've got to find a way to make the chat box reflect the big emotes whenever they're enlarged because I think they're hilarious. Use heat lures. Should I be doing this near buildings? Destination? No. Yeah, she told me to do it near buildings, and I only have 3, so we should probably do it near buildings. I was reading. I paid attention. So I imagine we'll want to do up near the aetheryte, up here, and then we'll just work our way south and see what stands out to us. Oh, that's a lot of bats, actually. I can't believe that the holy cast time is so fast now. It feels so good. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. Oh, I put new fashion on my Chocobo. So we're walking. We are walking. We're rocking like purple and red. And I think it looks pretty good. It is insane. I can slide cast totally like nobody's business now. It used to be harder because it just intuitively didn't feel. I would always do it too soon. Okay, and this isn't near a building, but it is near a cliff, so we'll do this one as well. Anybody? I was like, where's the purple destination marker? But it blends in. No, she has repositioned. He's got his nose all tucked into his paws now. Maybe in here for our last one? I'm assuming I don't need to go to all 6 locations, yeah. No, she doesn't really seem like they're participating in combat. Bird, do you want to, like, hit somebody? There, okay. Well, not the damage output I had in mind, but thanks. And then we should be able to meet them back up here. This is kind of a pose, though. Have I shown you guys the chair? Oh, it's okay. Hang on. I might have to show you. Unable to apply. Well, we won't get the full experience, but I think I have to show you the chair. Like, why do I sit like this? In the Thavnarian glamour, you can see my whole pussy. It's just out. It is out. It's such a good mount, man. All right. We'll back out now and talk to Reed and see what she has to say. The children were hanging on your every. It's so good. I think it's a unique pose for every like in-game race, which I think is really cool. Children were hanging on your every move, as was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally may I see your fangs for good measure. Hopefully we have enough. I'd hate to lose to a bunch of kids. Apologies for the wait. My fang's not a bad haul. Maybe Alize should win, though. 5, 6, 7 fangs from Alize. I think I only have like 3. Victory goes to Alize. Chromia's collected 6. Well done, baby girl. She's so cute, though. She's so excited. In another God's damned life, you didn't even try, did you? Liz, I tried. I thought about it. She's not happy. There I was taking it seriously. Spare me your pity next time. I went to the buildings. I went to where the buildings were. Hello? So children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? Apparently their impressions are that I'm a lazy piece of shit. He's incredible. The bats are down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much stronger. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. Remember how you felt when you watched and trained hard. Keep at it for long enough and you'll be strong too. When did you decide that you wanted to become warriors of light? Oh, this child has resolve. We were there listening with everyone when Ardbert appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to the Crystarium. The City-Eaters killed my father and sister, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new warriors of light. All right, and what about you, child number 2? I'm not sure what I want to do. You look like you're about 11 years old, so that's fair. But if my friends were in trouble, I know that I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, to see the world together. That's sweet. It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost, and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, it's funny you should say that, child. Did you know that you are not whole? You are one of like 13 fractured shards of one greater being? Maybe we should tell him that. Yeah. The music fade. Well, for both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises. Reen locking eyes with me like, don't. It's so funny. Thank you for showing us your fighting skills. We'll never forget it. You might. You probably will. I killed some bats. Not enough bats by the sound of it, so. I understand how Arkell feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Heidelin's voice, but that vision of the final days, of Amarant burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. When I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Asian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. Fear not, child. I think you'll tell us very soon. Look at this pair of incurable brooders. Yeah, you're starting to sound like your brother. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. We'll take the children there. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. What? What was that? Just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to... Ugh. Probably it's because, yeah, it's a side effect of, like, their bodies and souls being separated. Hey, Gorsby, welcome back. I'm fine now, not to worry, and I'll see you soon. I'm worried about her. And we are still thinking about Ardbert. As you ponder Alize's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Is he finally going to wake up? Go to the lookout in the Crystarium. Okay. But this should be an Ardbert conversation then. I hope so. Let's see if we can't find out. It's tough too, son, because I really do want to try streaming the raid stuff, and I know the last Final Fantasy stream we had, I talked about maybe doing it today, but the amount of reading we've already done has been pretty rough on my throat, so might have to do that stuff off stream. Just because I don't, if I weren't sick, it would be different, you know? He came here?
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
Did he see me as an Ascian? Or, no, it would have been one of the ancients. Didn't Emmett Selk see us as an ancient also in one of the final Shadowbringer cutscenes? And then someone called Hyflodius told us that Ardbert and I were shards of the same soul. On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. And we've written the convocation down as... Yes, the convocation of 14. And there was a defector. And we believe that's Vanat, who was responsible for the summoning of Hydaelyn, I think, if I'm remembering my cutscenes and stuff correctly. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us, all that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. We can use the echo on him. Yours is the seat of Elidibus the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided. No, that's all we get!
So you peered into my memories. No matter. you will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
What does that mean? Well, it's not like Ardbert can go back in his body, so I don't think we'd pick option 1. And it seems pretty obvious that, like, you know, the people are necessary for whatever he's plotting. So we might as well just come out and ask, right?
Come now. My plans are no mystery.
Probably, like, calamity related, right? The
that
rejoining.
Which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done.
This is crazy.
I will strike you down. Destroy you, body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness. And I will save the world. One last matter.
Do you think if... Well, it's like, it's tough because it's like, even if he succeeds, I think maybe La Habrea and Emet-Selch are gone forever. I'd like if they weren't. Like, well, I was like, there are shards. No, there aren't. They were unsundered. There's nothing left of them to bring back. But he can't Asians reach into the life stream. That's how they brought Y'shtola back. And I'm not really familiar with how, like, afterlives are handled here, or if, like, people are being reincarnated with, like, other shards or soul bits. I don't really know. But you'd think maybe he could just, like, yoink. You know what I mean? Give me the yoink. I want to see Emet-Selch again.
I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you.
Yeah, is it the same thing you just saw?
As if he mistook you for another.
Yeah, who would that be? Oh, you know we have to drop this name because we still don't know anything about Hythlodius or, like, who that could be or what that name might be in reference to. Because in the same way that, like, Elidibus is a title, La Habrea is a title, Emet-Selch is a title, but Emet-Selch's true name is Hades. I think that Hythlodius is probably someone's name. But I don't know.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Wait, hang on. I need to read that script. This didn't just imply that Hythlodius is Elidibus' name, did it? I'll let the conversation finish and then I need to reread it. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. I have alerts turned off while we're in cutscene.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not
Exarch!
intrude. But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here, Asian. He does. He's like, Catboy told me to leave, I guess.
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Did he try to just fucking yoink his body?
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed.
What's going on with your hand?
This. This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions.
Was that hand always kind of like blue? Or is that a new thing? Or is it more blue than it used to be?
It is the tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor.
Wait, did his arms always glow like this?
One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism, so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped.
They put an update out for him. That's crazy. Okay, I couldn't tell if this was like a visual update or if it was meant to indicate that he was like becoming more blue. Like, that's something that I should notice or pick up on. I have basically no interest in the Wicked movie, right? I've never seen Wicked. It's never been like a story that I've been super interested in. But I know Grahatia is in Wicked. And now I'm like, Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Why not? I had no idea Grahatia was in Bridgerton. Went completely over my head. No idea. I think it's also meant to be the, but I don't like it, so I don't want that to be the implication.
A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find.
I think you're the most optimistic person I've ever met, Graha.
They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them.
Yeah, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe in Wicked, I think he's Fiero. And in Bridgerton, I think he's the eldest brother. The one who gets married in season 2. What's his name? Anthony? Is he Anthony Bridgerton? Like, the really stuffy one? The very serious one?
Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them.
Hey, why is this piano making me kind of emotional, though?
But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this?
I think that
Because
arm
I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness.
is more crystal than it used to be. I don't like that implication. I need that to stop. If I start seeing crystal on his legs, I'm gonna start freaking out.
Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
All right, well, your plan used to be that you would die. So how about we don't do that? I'm not sure I don't necessarily like your plans, Mr. Tia. Why is Reen running?
You're both here. Oh, thank
Did
goodness.
something bad happen?
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
No, stop doing this to Thancred! He's been through enough! He was the first one to get sucked in, too, wasn't he? So anything bad will happen to him first. Oh my god. Okay. Now that we're out of that cutscene, a couple of things I need to touch base on. Bridgerton. Bridgerton is not good television, right? But Bridgerton is not supposed to be good television. Bridgerton knows what it is, and that's what makes it very effective. I don't always want to watch something that's very serious or very eye-opening. Sometimes I just want, I want bubblegum that I can chew on for a little bit. And that's Bridgerton. It's a fun, sort of silly and theatrical and dramatic, gossipy way to pass the time. My one true big complaint with Bridgerton is that it's not meant to be historically accurate. They're subverting things for the sake of aesthetic, and they should. That's what the show is about. But the one thing they keep fucking doing that drives me up the fucking wall, if they do it in season 4, it will become unwatchable to me. Everything that they do, right, with the subversion that they do to make the show more accessible to a modern audience, with the representation and some of the values that they undermine, all of that, and they still feel compelled to write almost all of their female characters as not knowing what a penis is or how sex works. And if they do it in season 4, I won't be able to watch it anymore. The first girl, I don't even know. Daphne, what's sex? I don't know. How are babies made? I don't know. Here's my husband. I'm just gonna get married. No one's telling me what sex is. Penelope, what's sex? I don't know. Gee, I don't know what sex is. Gee, none of my sisters know what sex is. No one knows what a baby is or how babies get made. Literally that one Yahoo Answers screen grab. How baby form? How girl get pregnant? Every single one of them without fail, with the exception of maybe the female lead in season 2 because she was so much older. She might be the only female character in the show to know what sex is, and that drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. I swear, if I have to watch, and they talk about it on screen in the sex scene, it's always the girl being like, "Which I don't know, which this," and the man has to be like, "Well, this is what's gonna." If I have to watch one more of those conversations, I won't be able to finish the show. I won't be able to do. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. Can somebody please fucking just let this go? If I have to watch one more virgin learn what sex is on screen, I'm gonna fucking lose it. But otherwise, Bridgerton is very dramatic and very cheesy, and it can be very fun if your expectations are for that. Yeah, it's if I wanted something really nitty-gritty, historically accurate, I'd watch something else. But it's of all of the things that you let go of when you interpret a story like this for a modern audience, why did you not let go of the weird, Puritan sex stuff? Because I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Drives me crazy. Also, I think Gabsby asked a question about my starting screen, and I didn't want to interrupt the voice acting to talk about it. I guess it would depend on what your question is for the screen, because it's just an MP4 file. The screen itself is a video. There aren't element sources for that. It's just a video. It is, yeah, it's a weird choice, John, and I really don't like seeing it. So I hope to God they don't do it in season 4. because every time it comes up, I just like pinch my temples and roll my eyes because it's always some like grown ass woman in their like 20s who's like, my husband does this thing when he gets naked and I don't really know what that's about. And I'm just like, please let this go. I won't be able to stand it. I think it's really bizarre. But beyond that, Bridgerton silly, Bridgerton fun. I'm so glad I found you in the X-Arc. Okay, I want to read... Hang on, I got a text from Momunist. Let's see what she's up to. I want to reread the event script because I swear when we talked about Hyphlodius. Okay, one last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emmett Selk. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you, as if he mistook you for another. Hyphlodius called me his new old friend. And Elizabeth says no. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you, or mayhap it is another fragment lost. I'm not sure if that's meant to imply that Hyphlodius is Elidibus's name, because he says I never knew you in response to me mentioning Hyphlodius. But he also says I recall not of whom he spoke, and that he might reference Hyphlodius, and then tacking that on, he says, mayhap I never knew you. I don't know. It's interesting. Momunist and I just made plans to get dinner and a movie tonight. So we're gonna order something in and we're gonna watch a movie. It's gonna be real nice. It's gonna be real fun. Hi, Amber! Amber, someone said you and Sublime were doing the Marvel game that just came out earlier. Did you like it? Was it fun? Because I don't know who that guy is. Well, and it's interesting too because I couldn't tell from the story selection choice if Hyphlodius was calling us his new old friend or if Hyphlodius was calling us Emmett Selk's new old friend. I couldn't tell the difference. I'm gonna turn this quest in though. The fate seemed determined not to allow us a quiet moment, but come, let us have the details from Reem. I think we should take money. Wow, a beverage brewed from the extract of fermented lingonberries. A honey croissant? I want bread. I want bread so bad. It is the Marvel Overwatch game. The rest of our conversation is to wait. Let us hear the situation from Reem. Okay. Hang on, let me drink some tea really quickly. Okay. I'm gonna poll the Final Fantasy 14 enjoyers in chat right now. The more I talk, the worse my throat is getting. I'm gonna be looking for a natural stopping point within the next hour. Like by 3:30, I want to have something wrapped up. Am I gonna get one in the next like 30 minutes, do you think? 30, 40 minutes? Especially if there's gonna be more voice acting, it's gonna be less of a problem. But I really don't want... I cannot go hoarse. It'll take me too long to recover from it, especially if I need to stream tomorrow and Sunday. So, what do y'all think? A lot of it seemed that way. Okay. It seemed that way. Then we'll plan to keep streaming for a little bit longer, but I will take a break here. I'm gonna go take my next decongestant dose and maybe drink some juice. Yeah, maybe we'll alternate hot and cold on the throat and we'll feel a little bit better. Okay, yeah, we'll take our break here before we accept the next quest. And then we will be back when the music is over. Hey everyone, thanks for your patience. We are back. 'Cause I don't know why. Why is it not letting me? Okay. There we go. Okay. Hey everyone, thanks for your patience. We are back. 'Cause I don't know why. Why is it not letting me? Okay. There we go. Okay. Hey everyone, thanks for your patience. We are back. 'Cause I don't know why. Why is it not letting me? Okay. There we go. Okay. Hey everyone, thanks for your patience. We are back. I'm gonna aim to stream for like another hour. But if I feel like we're getting kind of croaky, or if I'm straining what rapidly depleting vocal strength I have, we will wrap things up early. Just because, again, I do want to be able to finish Silent Hill tomorrow. Oh, hey! I will be publishing another Silent Hill video on YouTube today or tomorrow. So we can look out for that too. I was meant to do a lot of video work this week and then ended up in bed asleep or feeling crummy most of the time. And it's crazy how, like, when you're not in a, like, clear mental state, even if all you can do is sit at your computer, you can't actually get anything done. It's such a bummer. Fraying threads. Ooh, Crystarium gear. Okay, the tabard looks pretty good. Oh, but no healing? Maiming is just a recolor. And what about striking? I don't have any striking. That's always good. Am I gonna like this? I might like this. This might end up looking pretty nice. Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see what the healing coffer looks like, which we should get next quest instead. It happened after Alize and I saw the children back to Gyrix. We chanced to meet Thancred there returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. Yeah, because he came to threaten us and, like, put his dark hands magically on the Exarch and try to, like, tug at his soul or something. Yeah. He tried to give the Exarch a tug, but the Exarch's soul was too dense. I was really pleased with the way that it was edited. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It was interesting seeing what people liked and didn't like as someone who doesn't... I don't watch Let's Plays. I don't consume gaming content. A lot of people really liked it as it was for, like, the story that it told, but we had more than one commenter, some of them who were a little bit rude, be like, why are you fucking cutting out the gameplay? Show the gameplay. Where the gameplay? What's the gameplay like? Show the gameplay. And I'm like, well, the VOD is right there. If you'd like to see the gameplay. That's not what this video was supposed to be for. But it's interesting. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's working, what doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know what people want to watch because I don't watch myself. And it's very interesting. And it puts it. It's a really weird topic to tackle when you don't like particularly enjoy being perceived. So it's like I've said this before, and I think sometimes people think I say it to, like, fish for compliments, but that's not the case. As someone who doesn't watch other content creators with any particular regularity, I don't really understand what people like about the content that I make, right? Like, I don't think there's a niche I really occupy. I'm not a particularly skilled or impressive gamer, technically. Like, I'm not a speedrunner, I'm not a challenge runner. I don't think I'm really extremely clever or quick-witted. I don't think I'm very funny, like in the way that Germa is fun, or like people like that. So I just don't really see what it is about. And again, people are always like, but it's like me, I don't know, like, I don't get it. But I'm glad that I'm glad that the stuff that I do make can bring a smile to people's face, because that's what it's about, even if I don't get it myself. I love you guys so much. So much. I'm just grateful. I'm just happy. Anyway, back to Thancred passing out. He was in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he crumpled to the ground. The Kyrugians are looking after him now, with Alfino standing by just in case his healing magics are needed. Well, fret not. The Supreme Healer will report to the scene. It's mostly personality. Skill can always vote. It's a nice vibe. The community is also very good as vibe. Yay! That makes me really happy to hear. Yeah, because I can remember, you know, one of the reasons I first started streaming was, like, I wanted to meet people. Like, I felt very lonely. I was really isolated at the time from a lot of people. So I couldn't really spend time with friends in person, and I was in like a time zone which made it very difficult for me to spend time with people even digitally. So like I started streaming and I was just like, I just want to be around people. Like I just want to meet cool people who have like similar values, uphold similar perspectives on ethics and right and wrong, and I just want good vibes. I want to vibe with people who are like me and like the same things that I like, and now we're here. It's kind of nice. Able to recreate the feel of someone's first playthrough, and the way you get invested and study up on the lore. See, you come up with fun theories, maybe having some of them be right. Some of them feel like real crack shoots, but every now and then, you know, a broken clock is still right twice a day. Says, I couldn't do anything to help. I thought it best to find you, and the guard at the Excedra told me where to look. It cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Let us hurry to... And it's like, any variation of that word is disgusting. Spagyrix. 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 They're all bad. I do not like this word. I'm not gonna say it anymore. I'm sick of it. Are we being nice to them? No. I don't want anybody to be nice to me. I want people to be mean to me. Okay, we will head on down. And then there should be... Can I jump off the edge here? It's like, my beef with the word, Kate, is that like... I feel like at some point I'm gonna end up saying spagina. Spagyrix. Fuck off. Like, I swear, I feel like that's the path I'm headed down. Spagina! Yes, that's it! That's why I hate it so much! I don't want that! It's not even a real word. It can't be a real word. If it's a real word, they should have picked a different real word instead of one that sounds like vagina. Not the spagina. Not the spagissy. Where am I fucking going? Yeah, we'll just go to the main Aetheryte Plaza. And then we'll have to go out and around. We have a city in Canada called... Okay, but I would say that is Regina. Packet Cat, is it called Regina? Because... See, this made me really hungry for Euro now. I would fuck up some Greek food. If someone... If Spanakopita just, like, appeared in my... At my desk, or, like, in or around my mouth... Oh, my God. I...
Richer.
What is this? Hello? Son? Thank you so much for gifting that donation towards our hardware fund. Yo, we're at $420. Blaze it. Fun number. Son, thank you so much. It scared me, too. I was sitting here literally fantasizing about Spanakopita and all of the terrible things I would do and suddenly... Thank you, son. Thank you. Yo, A. Lamau? Let's do it. Let's get it. I fear this bodes ill, and not just for Thancred. He's gonna be okay, though, right? Thank you! I feel like at this point, I feel he really does have narrative immunity. They gave him La Habrea, right? La Habrea was, like, using his body like a fucking Pokeball, just, like, kicking around in there for a little bit. They faked us out with his death in Shadowbringers when he collapsed after his fight with the old man monk, who's not really a monk because he also has like a dragon or something.
Richer.
Yo, 420? 420? 420? Breaking the 420 with a 420? Thank you. Spagyric is an adjective meaning pertaining to or resembling. Why couldn't they just call it the apothecary, the laboratory, the clinic? It had to be Spagyric? Spagyric. That's worse somehow. Spagyric. That sounds like a rude word to call somebody. Also, Stun, thank you again for your 2 donations, taking us up to the funny numbers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dangerous. But it has the same vibe as that scene from A Christmas Story, where the old man, which is my favorite Christmas movie, by the way, where the old man, no, I take it back, I lied to you. My favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard, but Christmas Story is number 2, where he won his special award, and he has the box, and his wife is like, what is it? He goes, I don't know, it's Italian, see, fragile, and it's supposed to say fragile. Spagyric has the exact same fucking vibe. We had to send the children off earlier than planned, but they understood. Yeah, I hope. Turning and turning in the widening center cannot hold. Son, you've not seen Die Hard? All right. We might have to do a Die Hard movie night. We might. It's just fun. Man, it's fun. Alan Rickman is in it. It's filmed in LA. We might have. It's just fun. It's so goofy. It's interesting too, because then they went on to make like 5 more Die Hard movies, and all of them were bad. But Die Hard 1 is really fun, and maybe it's like, maybe they started to take themselves too seriously. I don't know. Maybe they lost the plot. Like, Die Hard is fun because it's absurd. And it knows it's absurd, but maybe they just... Yeah, there's like Die Hard, Die Harder. Die Hard with a Vengeance. I don't know what the other ones are. Live Free or Die Hard. And then what's the last one? Die Hardest? That sounds like it would be the name of a German metal album. Die Hardest. Yeah, but Fast and Furious might have been silly all the way through. I remember watching the second Die Hard and being like, what happened? This isn't good. Not good. But regular Die Hard, the first Die Hard, very fun. It's called The Hard. It appears our friend is already awakened for that at least week. Yeah, well, he's not unconscious anymore. Bancred, I'm so tired of seeing you lying down. I'm gonna have to learn Gunbreaker for Bancred. I actually, Packet Cat, a good day to Die Hard. That's what I'm missing. I've never seen a Fast and Furious movie. I had never really assumed that like any media about cars or with a vehicular focus, I've always figured I'm not the target demographic for that. So I've never seen a Fast and Furious movie. But I've heard that they're really fun. Aren't there like so many of them? Are they thieves? No, that's Tokyo... Wait, no, Tokyo Drift is a Fast and Furious movie? Why do they have to drive so fast? Where are they going? Who are they running from? Every time my brain auto-completes Foo Fighters, my brain auto-completes Final Fantasy. Because they fear, why are they mad? We might have to do a Fast and Furious movie night too then. Because I've never seen it. I've never seen it. And there's so many of the... Is Vin Diesel in all of them? Or just most of them? It's like Shakespeare with cars and explosions. Okay. Yeah, we might have to give this a shot then. It just sounds silly, and I like silly. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. Well, you did pass out. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. The episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. So yeah, this is because his body's back on the source. He's not in Tokyo Drift. Isn't Tokyo Drift the one that, like, everyone knows? Fast 5 is in Brazil. Very funny, at least the Brazilians. The Brazilian market, man, goes hard. Brazilians are loyal fans. Having seen a lot of Brazilian, like, fandom activity on Twitter. A committed audience. It's got a catchy song. The first two movies are tame comparatively to other instances in the franchise. Okay. I'm trying to, like, think about Fast and the Furious, but I think my brain is only just giving me, like, any other movie about cars. Like, Baby Driver is in there. The one with Ryan Reynolds is just kind of in there, floating around. Are there cars in the Italian Job? Drive is pretty good. Too Fast, Too Furious. Did they actually say Too Fast? It's with the number. Is that number 2? It's really. That's pretty good. All of this happened without warning. Not exact. Oh, so Thancred had symptoms he was not sharing with the class. Okay, all right, Thancred. 11 movies, if you include Hobbs and Shaw. Who are they? That's the name of the movie. Small time crime. Crazy heists. World-ending nonsense? They plan a heist, but they all have to drive Mini Coopers for some reason. Transporter. This is why we started doing movie nights, because there were so many movies I wanted to see or should have seen that I never did. Thank you all for being patient and understanding as the holidays totally disrupt movie night. We're getting there. Soon. You will doubtless recall the time Oriange nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. You didn't feel so good after that, did you? Mm-hmm. When his water walking charm failed, he was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which in retrospect may have been a good idea. After Fast 5 comes Furious 6, we have to win this race to get back my... Well, where did his girl go? Was she kidnapped or something? We gotta drive the car into the helicopter brigade underwater where the world... I haven't seen Gone with 60 Seconds. Is that another car movie? So it goes from The Fast and The Furious to just Fast and Furious. Fast and Mad. I feel like you might be on the right track though, right, Alex? The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. Oh, mood! Me too! You got syncope, Thancred! As Alfino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one. He says that so defensively. Thancred, your hair's already gray, my guy. Fast and Furious is the 4th movie. Too Fast, Too Furious is the 2nd. Gone in 60 Seconds is the unrelated... I legitimately think the only movie I have ever seen Nick Cage in is Spider-Verse. I straight up don't think I've ever seen a movie with him in it. As an actor. With like his body and face on screen. Oh, he was in Renfield! Okay, I've seen 2 Nick Cage movies. He was, in fact, in Red. That was such a weird fucking movie. I have not seen Con Air. I have not seen the movie where they steal the Declaration of Independence. I don't even fucking know what that movie is called. Haven't seen that one. Haven't seen the Bees movie. Haven't seen That Was the Plan to Give You a Boner and You Got One. Haven't seen that movie. Didn't see Pig. Didn't he just have one come out where he's like a serial killer or something? Didn't see that one. It's not night. It can't be called Independence Day. That's a different movie, isn't it? I feel like Independence Day is a different movie than what? National Treasure. What is the Nick Cage movie that was the plan to give you a boner and you got one is from? I labored for a long time thinking that couldn't have been real, but it just straight up is. Oh, I did see Kick-Ass. Okay, I've seen 3 Nick Cage movies. He's in so many, Rainy, but I just like, I've never been really enthusiastic about Nick Cage, I suppose. I've never really like sought his films out. Snake Eyes. Wait a minute. Isn't he in a movie where like he gets some other guy's face? Like he gets face swapped with some other guy? It's literally called Face Off? What the fuck? He's been in a ton of shit. His film Seek You Out. He face swaps with John Travolta. This will amuse you all. I think the only John Travolta movie I've ever seen is Grease. Whatever that famous like shrugging gif of him is from, haven't seen it. Haven't seen that film. Is that Pulp Fiction? That might be Pulp Fiction. I think I've only seen Grease. Yeah, I've only seen Grease. I don't know anything else about John Travolta. He was I didn't see Hairspray. It's tough out here, man. I need to watch more movies and television. The link between body and soul has weakened further. I don't like that. He's so glowy. I would love like a side-by-side screenshot comparison of what he looked like before the visual update, because I can't tell if a lot of this is attributed to the visual update or if it's new to this particular portion of Shadowbringers. Didn't see Hairspray. I don't think I can even name another film that he's been in. Oh, yeah, if you could find it, I would love to look at it. Saturday Night Fever? Nope. I don't watch a lot of dance movies, so didn't see Saturday Night Fever. I don't think I've ever seen, that one from the 80s with all the dancing in it. You guys know what I'm talking about. With Patrick Swayze in it. Flashdance? Footloose. Dirty Dancing. I was gonna get there eventually. Wait, Dirty Dancing and Footloose are 2 different movies? I'm so fucked, man. Yeah, I got nothing. Dirty Dancing is Swayze. Okay, so that's Baby in a Corner. The fuck is Footloose? Nothing. I got nothing. The song I know. Which begs the question of whether it was written for the movie or if the movie was inspired by the song. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. You can count on me, Catman. You're my cat. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. It's weird when you say it like that, though, Thancred. Footloose is about the town where dancing isn't allowed because it's ungodly. The priest says no dancing, but Kevin Bacon says yes dancing. On your fucking Footloose feet? Foot feet? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Grahatia, I'm positive Grahatia can dance. Yeah. Grahatia canonically is an excellent singer as well. Foot feet? I do not want my chat to be filled with people talking about feet. Not even the best Kenny Loggins movie song. What other movie songs has he done? Wait a minute, did Kenny Loggins do Danger Zone? Thus far, I have learned this much. In each of the places he has visited, there have been sightings of suspicious, black-clad strangers. And Danger Zone would have been Top Gun, right? I'm really doing my best here. The hamster in my brain on that wheel at full fucking speed. Well, black-clad strangers would be like Asians, right? Organization 13. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, that you know the sort of thing. All of it serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus's call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of its audience. And you think these black-clad strangers are Asians? Well, who else would they be? I've probably seen Top Gun, right? It was filmed in downtown San Diego, so I won! Hi, Helen. Yes! How did you know? What gave it away? We are, in fact, talking about all of the media I've never experienced. Holy shit! Helen just hit 24 months! That's 2 years! Helen, thank you so much for 2 years of subscribing. It feels really weird to know that you've been in the community for like 2 years, because I feel like simultaneously you got here yesterday but have also always been here. Schrodinger's Helen. Like, we'll never know. Hang on, I have an eyelash in my eye. Kiefer Sutherland? Who is that? I'm assuming actor or director or something. It's the dude from 20... What is 24? I love just hearing it. Oh my god. Whenever I see anyone in chat just type, oh my god, I know it's bad. The longest television series that ever aired. I thought that was The Simpsons. He's also been in a bunch of... I feel like this is... That's not the guy from the murder show, is it? It's not the same guy as, like, the old blonde man who puts sunglasses on and it's, like, crime stuff. I have not seen Lost Boys, but Flamboyant Vampire is a compelling case. And I have not played MGS5, so... That's CSI Miami. Okay. Not at all related. God! There's no winning. I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. No, even now the game is talking about feet. We can't escape it. I'm trying to think. The TV show that has been, or the shows rather, that have been most recommended to me that I haven't seen are The Sopranos and The Wire. Neither of which I have ever seen, but they are allegedly incredible. Wire's so good, Pagaket! I keep hearing about The Wire. Fucking Darius keeps sending me that you'll be alright, you tough, ain't you? Clip like on daily trying to get me to watch The Wire. There isn't one person who dislikes either of the... Are you serious? So, like, same level of quality as, like, Breaking Bad then, which is also, like, rather universally beloved. Yeah, you asked everyone. Everyone on Earth. Yeah, they took a poll. Everyone responded. Wait, there's a ton of people who haven't seen either. Or at least one. If I had to rank television series on how well made they are, The Wire would probably top my list. Now I'm starting to wonder if, like, maybe we should supplement movie nights with, like, series nights. And we watch, like, 2 or 3 episodes of The Wire weekly until we're done. Or, like, we can maybe make that, like, a Wednesday thing. The Good Place is fun. I have seen The Good Place. The 11th, no, we're not gonna watch the entire Fast and Furious franchise. Not my personal favorite, but consistently well written, well acted, well directed. Interesting. Packet Cat is down. I'm not down. Yeah, it's like, I consent. Isn't there someone you forgot to ask? You can count on mine. Gods know I've been itching to get out of here for a while. Mayhap Urianger too can be prevailed upon to join in. I think Urianger can always be prevailed upon to join Thancred in literally anything. They've got something going on between them. I don't think Crow is ready for these movies. Is it gonna be like Victorian child eating a Cheeto or something? Too much? Is it too fast and too furious for this bird? He has already provided copious guidance on the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Beck, Lug, and I to wrestle with the rest. If you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good... Yeah, good news. You get to spend more time with your boyfriend, Urianger. We were telling them about family. Family? What's family? I don't remember family coming up. It's true. Oh, is that like a big theme in the show? The family. Okay, the family. I see. Vin Diesel's constantly talking about family. Like a sort of everyone's family. Okay, all right. They're criminal. Yeah, like they're criminals, but also they've got each other's backs. I get, do it for the family. Okay. All right. I see where this is going. You'll do no such thing, however heedless you are of your own well-being. If you care at all for Veen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alfino and I, yeah, well, you stay in bed. We'll find Urianger and send him to you. He's like, well, okay. I love the two of them. They're so cute. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels. It's a decades-long saga about found family driving really cool and being a misogynist. As most franchises of that era and subject matter tend to be, I feel. It's also about struggling to understand Vin Diesel. Wait, Vin Diesel is an Iron Giant? I haven't seen Iron Giant either, by the way. He's the Iron Giant? He is Iron Giant. I have no idea. I didn't know! I'm starting to wonder if I've ever seen a Vin Diesel movie, quite frankly, now that we're talking about all this. I don't think I have. What else has he been in? I know you cross-surfed all the time, but please take care. Lest you misunderstand, I'm not averse to putting my feet up. It's being coddled like a brittle-boned nonagenarian that chafes. That's a big word, Thancred. You couldn't have just said octogenarian. It had to be nonagenarian. Chronicles of Riddick, never seen it. Pitch Black, never seen it. Oh, he was Groot? Okay, well then I guess I have seen a Vin Diesel movie. I saw a Guardians of the Galaxy film, I think. Right? Or have I only seen small clips of Guardians of the Maybe I've only seen small clips of Guardians of the Galaxy films. Huh. Yeah, okay, so superhero movies I know I have seen. The first Iron Man. None of the Thors, except for Ragnarok. So, Iron Man 1, Ragnarok. Legitimately don't know if I've seen Endgame. But maybe. I haven't seen any of the new Spider-Man. I haven't seen a Tom Holland Spider-Man film. I haven't seen maybe any of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I just don't really care about superheroes. But they are the best the MCU has. Okay. Was ripping into Civil War. Did I see Civil War? Maybe I did. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. Maybe Civil War. Maybe I saw Civil War and I was like, this is good. This is silly. And then maybe that's when I tapped out. But I don't have any actual recollection of that film. I think you're confusing me with someone else because I haven't used social media in years and years and years. And if I was going to use social media, I really don't think I would use it to write a treatise on a Marvel film. That's just not something I would care that much about. Maybe it was a Discord rant, but I don't think it would have been a tweet rant. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Ooh, hey, yo, what are you wearing? What? Oh, you look like Ardbert, though. That makes this weird. Okay, moving on. Where am I going? The Rising Stones, that's right. We are going back to Mordona. I don't think so, John. It could have been something I said or something that I wrote down somewhere else, but I don't think it would have been like a tweet thing. Look at this bunny crafting. Look at you go, crafting. Oh, crafting. Wait, oh fuck, crafting bunny kind of cute. Hey, yo, crafting bunny kind of cute. I'm definitely not looking at her. She doesn't know. It's a secret. It's a secret to everyone. Crafting bunny's like head tossing idle animation is not fair. Why can't I have that? It's a secret. No one knows. Tatar told me of Papalimo and the sacrifice he made. Unfortunate doesn't begin to describe the travesty of his passing. I miss him so much. Oh, I was going in the wrong door. Hi, son! Here's my friend's cap. Uncross your arms. I want to see your stomach. Yeah! What's that one Cloud Strife meme? Where it's like, what's your waist so small for? For other men to grab? That's how I feel about this cat boy. Entire race is literally based. I agree. You look, what is this purple weapon from? What is this? That's sick as hell. Hang on. Augmented thumosis? Is this a relic? I've done Titania Extreme, but I've not yet done Hades or Vow 3. We should do that this weekend, crew. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I think we should. Not a great deal I can do myself, but determined to do my part. You need to concern yourself with affairs in Eorzea. The situation at Gimlet Dark is well in hand. I still can't believe that we were like, yo, Estinian, that stuff you were talking about, that seems pretty intense. Do you want to, like, hang out and help us for a little while? And he was like, no, I'm good. He was like, that's not in my contract. I don't work overtime anymore. I love him. I love him so much. I was asked to return to make up for Riol's absence. Rory and the others were unable to accompany me. Okay. I wondered if we might get some interesting dialogue, but doesn't seem that way. What excellent, I mean awful to I love the anxiety dance little emote that Lalafels have. I think it's so fucking charming. The Lalafell panic dance and the Mikote like bend and snap, pause up, gasp emote, my two favorite emotes in the game. I think they're adorable. Our friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Kryle's hardly had a moment's rest these past few days. Well, that's not great. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. But listen to me, I call myself a receptionist and I haven't even bothered to ask you why you were here. Because things are bad, Tataru. They think the spirit vessel will be ready soon and they want to make sure there are no problems at this end. It sounds like there are nothing but problems at this end. You'd better talk to Cryo. She's with the others in Dawn's respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself. You make it sound like I'm going to see something awful. This is an instance? You know what? Just in case this is a cutscene, I'm changing my glamour. What am I feeling? Purple.
Excuse us.
Why does this seem so ominous and sinister?
This way.
Can someone turn on the lights? Oh my god, Ghost, seriously. Hi, Ghost. How are you doing?
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
Is she putting her own ether into their body?
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary, I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came.
Me during COVID. Yeah, this is me all this week. Yeah, recovering from my cold too.
Stiff and cold, all of them. As if they were made of wax.
Like a corpse?
Barely alive at all.
Oh, so this ain't great. She looks like she's gonna cry.
And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation.
Entrots, thank you so much for subscribing at tier 2. I have alerts turned off while we're in the cutscene, but you get the shout out nevertheless. Oh, what? It's I won! There you go. You got your own personalized alert. Thank you, Entrots. How you doing?
She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken.
So they declined sharply and steeply.
But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether.
Well, that's great, because he did pass out, so...
And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
I'm worried about us. I'm especially worried that if anything bad happens, it'll happen to Thancred first. They can't keep... they cannot keep putting him in these situations. I was gonna ask how you were adjusting to working the night shift. Yeah. Oh, so hang on. Mommy has texted me. We're making dinner plans. We've put them in night clothes. I know they're not exactly asleep, but it seemed like the right thing to do. I've made them new clothes for when they wake up, so they have to come back, and they will. What news from the first? Work on the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon. If the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon elegant wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patient. Okay, so it'll be between... I was like, do we get the healer? Maybe we can preview the healer gear next, when we accept the next quest. So, let me see. Let's put it all on. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe tank gear here. I'm not gonna lie. This doesn't seem very goony to me for Dragoons. And this will be the same thing just for tanks. And it's green! Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the tank one. Even though I don't tank. Listen, we do what we can. Adjusting faster than I thought I would. The hardest part is falling asleep while there's light coming in from... Yeah! We gotta get you like a blanket or like some blackout curtains or something for sure. Or at the very least like an eye mask for you, right? So if you can't modify like the window itself, you still have something over your eyes keeping it dark. Wait for the tank minister. I need to learn Gunbreaker. I think Gunbreaker and Black Mage are gonna be next on my list, but you've come a long way. Take your ease while you can. Healer, healer. Yes! Yes! Oh. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't care for the pants or the shoes or the gloves, but it's not bad. What else do we have? I'm assuming casting is just going to be a recolor. No! It is not cute. I wish there were a way to make this window bigger. I feel like it's quite small for all of you, but I don't seem to be able to click and drag it, so unfortunately, we might be stuck with it tiny. Okay, what about scouting? All right, scouting kind of sexy. For rogue, ninja, and viper, I don't have those. And then I definitely don't have any aiming. And aiming and scouting really winning here, but I'll take the healer stuff, I suppose. Right thumbstick on controller to scale window. Wait, hold on. Right thumbstick? How big can it? Fuck, what was it normally? Oh shit! This was normal. I feel like this was normal. Computer, enhance. We'll leave it alone. I will take the healing gear. Actually, wait. Heaven's Door. Pacing wise. Sorry, Mom and I are making dinner plans. Is this where we should stop for the day, or should I do like one more? I definitely couldn't do like 2 more quests. 3:30 was gonna be like my hopeful stop time. If there's a better quest to stop on that would have us done in the next 30 minutes, I'll do it. You think I could do one more? Okay, let's do one more. And I'll take the healer gear. Could you spare a moment while Kryl goes and finds this expert of hers? There's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends. Since we might be waiting a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen. Meet me there. Is she making us snacks? I'd better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. Yeah, we'll do one more. Why not? I will be taking a break to get more tea, though, so. So she's probably just out here? It looked like she ran out. I don't think she went back inside. A yellow quest? Huh? Wait, that I haven't done? What? Huh? That's gonna fuck me up, isn't it? Philomene appears lost in her. We will accept it, and then we'll go back to the MSQ. Forgive me, I did not see you there. Ever since you spoke to me of your last moments with Minfilia, I find myself often thinking of the moments I shared with her. It was during one such moment of remembrance that a missive arrived from an acquaintance in Ul'dah. Even now, I can scarcely believe the letter's contents, written as if in answer to my heart's lamentations. Such fortuitous timing is nothing short of a miracle, no less than your arrival here this day, I should think. I am about to depart for the Sultanate to meet with my acquaintance, you see, and I cannot think of a better companion for this journey than you. Will you not indulge me with your company? I would not begrudge your absence, but if you are so inclined, it would mean more to me than you would know. Yeah. Okay, we'll go. We are to meet on the steps of Thal. Pray go ahead, I will be along shortly. Okay. Well, in the meantime... Actually, hang on. Let me... Where's my journal? No, that's duty. Which one's my journal? This one. We can hide this so the text doesn't bleed. Yes, show that one. We'll hide these for right now. I totally forgot about Alpha. I didn't realize he was still here. Wait a minute, that's the Omega on the table? Hello? As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Ishgardian restoration. In the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. That's extra funny because Culinarian is a crafting class and Ishgardian restoration is for crafters. I like that. Yeah, they're just hanging out. The two of them just hanging out. That's actually really cute. I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. Baked to perfection, even if I do say so myself. I want bread. It's bread. It smells great. Your cake looks like... It's bread. There's nothing wrong with bread. We're just going to say it smells great because it's bread. We love bread. It's called Archon loaf. It's what they eat in Charlayan. Simple fare, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Kryl tells me it's a good source of ether, so it should lend them a bit of strength at least. Nothing like the smell of bread. I want bread. I trust you require no introductions either. We've met this individual. Yeah, full glad am I to see you well. I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain Allagan technologies. I've been keeping Rambrose apprised of events in the First. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow. Wait a minute, isn't Rambrose with the Sons of Saint Koinak? Who would have known? God, help. Loath as I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement, memory transference was the sole province of Allagan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here empty-handed as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Do you mean Graha? Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Yeah, I can tell him that. That's cool. That's fine. I'll tell him that for you. Those of us who remain behind have yet to play our part. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so, and then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. Well, if he follows his heart, I think he'll be following me, because I think he loves us with the kind of, like, passion and devotion that they talk about in, like, ancient Arabic poetry. Like, I just don't think there's any... Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself, or to encourage him to hold nothing back? That is for our friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it. If you would be so good as to see Rambro's message and Tataru's bread to their intended... Tataru's bread! I thought I misread it, but it's like, nope, I forgot. She made bread. To their intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try? Just to make sure... Yeah, taste it. Taste the bread, Kryl. Get that bread, Kryl! And Trots, I will never forget the delivery of my friend, my inspiration for as long as I live. I will never forget the look on his face when we called him by his name 200 years after he last spoke to us, set eyes on. I will never forget it. Never. I'll never forget it. I literally had the last piece of bread in the house this morning for toast. I'm so angry. I want bread so bad. As a fellow Charlatan, may I trouble you for your opinion? I usually have mine with a dollop of Roland Berry jam. I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. It's good bread, right? Is it bad? Will you compliment this woman's bread? It is dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be. The very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, lacking. Is Charlatan Britain? The majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we paid little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born, the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious amounts of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, with nary a care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that defies description. It's calorie loaf? Calorie brick. It's calorie mate? Metal Gear Solid? Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied. Being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it found an audience amongst busy scholars. When I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect every Archon... It's okay, so it's their version of instant ramen. Got it. Having been away from home for so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste. It's all too familiar. Perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch? I will give that cat bread. He is certain to appreciate it. Anything for the Exarch. Anything for the Exarch. When you deliver the loaf, be sure to send everyone my regard. See, if they just say loaf, it makes me think of cats. Because when Mochi loafs, I call him the loaf. Tell them we're doing everything we can. We'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Yeah, Mochi's gonna show us a real Archon loaf. He's still all tucked up. Okay, before we give our cat his bread, I am going to put the kettle on. So we'll take our break here. We streamed through our break for that cutscene, regrettably. But we'll take our break here, enjoy the music, and I will be back after the kettle boils. Hopefully it's still a little hot, so it won't take too long. We'll be back, and then we'll wrap this up. Hey everybody, thanks for your patience. I'm sorry we were gone for a little bit longer than I expected. The kettle was not as hot as it should have been, but that's fine. We're here. We game. We play. Momunist sent me a text wondering what movie we should watch tonight. Does anybody have any recommendations? Has anyone seen anything recently, or does anyone know of something that's come out recently that's pretty good? Alright, we will take ourselves back to the Crystarium. Because there's not really anything on my list, but there's never anything on my list, so... Mochi! What on earth was that? I think he just tried to jump onto the bookshelf and missed. You okay? Sorry, he's standing really still. I need to see him move to make sure that he didn't like hurt himself. Hang on. Okay, he's just watching me. I have to stand up. I don't show lower body for free on camera. Give me like 30 seconds. He's fine. I squeezed him and gave him the pat down. He's not tender anywhere. I don't know what that was, goofy animal, but I was worried. So thank you for giving me that time to check on him. Literally. He was just like, I went to look and he was just like, what? I didn't do anything. You didn't hear me do anything silly. I swear. What? I didn't what? Huh? And we just like engaged in a staring contest for like 40 seconds. I cannot believe he actually made me get up. Yeah, I don't know what that sound was. I don't know whether he tried to get on the bed and fell or like the bookshelf and fell, but in any case, I'm glad that he's okay. What's this catboy doing over here? Scholar Catboy? Oh shit, that's a man, that's a Thornton book. God, I've got to do DSR. Oracular time. Oh, I thought for sure we'd just get a cutscene immediately. There's much to discuss. The others are making their way hither as we speak. How was your journey? I've got bread for you, Catboy. Created by an Archon who devoted himself to the study of sustenance, this bread, infused with pulverized fish and vegetables, is extremely nutritious, assuming one can get past taste. By the 12 Archon loaf. However did you come by this? I'd swear to come straight from Charlayan. You know, from our friends. Rambrose said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regard— Well, stop! Stop earning the censure of your friends. I don't want you to do any plans that hurt yourself. Forge on as you yourself did when faced with a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we were talking about your journey! Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. Badly. And the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconducive they are to conversation. This paints a really amusing picture of a bunch of scholars just like hunched over in a library, like chewing bread that makes them completely unable to converse. Just like really munching on this foul loaf.
Forgive the delay.
Misplaced.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
But there shouldn't really be any Ascians left.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
Well, that's good.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their course.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not.
Oh, most certainly, yeah.
And so, With apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
Oh? We're gonna beat up some Ascians? We're really good at that.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
I think as a healer we would be honest, actually.
Oh dear. Then we must redouble our efforts. Not that we've ever stinted in that regard.
This would seem an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Tell me you've made some progress.
And like progress that doesn't endanger you.
We have, as it happens. One moment.
Oh man, I'm so congested I sound like this guy. This sucks.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition.
Right, like it didn't work the way that they had expected it to.
Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allegans' mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects, notably, do not possess.
That's right, and it would have needed his blood, specifically.
We duly explored
Right?
methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties.
I'm hearing like some crunching in the background. I'm thinking, what the fuck is Mochi doing? What's he getting into? He's just crunching his feet. Yeah, that's just the sound of him like ripping at his toes. I'm thinking he's like maybe crawling on something or knocking something. No. Just mouth open, jaws clamping, all on his beans. Ridiculous. Ridiculous animal.
It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
Huh.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain.
Right, but like, is this hurting you?
But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
Yeah.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Fucking sassy ass cat, finding loopholes where there shouldn't be any.
Assuming it works, we shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting, the test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
That means he gets to come back with us, right?
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least.
Yes! Oh my god, G-Warrior of Light 2 cat boys?
But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not.
Well, what if you just like hitched a ride in my brain like Ardbert, and you can just be like my brain companion forever?
Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
Stop! Yeah, it's like, well, if they curdle, I feel like you both die. Can we stop having plans that involve like, what if it goes wrong? Oh, the Exarch just dies. Like, can we stop having that be a complication?
I would.
I see.
Even Alize is like, holy shit. You are way too into that rabbit. Not shy about it at all. Yeah, not at all, son. I was gonna talk to him, but they took us out of the oracular. I support the Exarch's choice. To be alive is to be driven by purpose. I've never really stopped to think about what would happen once the vessels were complete. I hope the test is a success. You and me both. If something bad happens to him, listen, he's been sent to a different world and then fused with a tower and then miserably in love and alone for like 2 centuries, and then shot with a gun, and then kidnapped by an Asian. Can we leave him alone? Can we give him a break? Can we throw him a fucking bone? When our grandfather first decided to journey to Eorzea, Alize did not take kindly to my silence. Don't pretend to understand things you don't, she said, or rather shouted. Having oft been the subject of her scorn, I am predisposed to sympathize with the Exarch, but I do understand how she feels better now than I ever did, certainly. She hate it. I know it was childish to storm off like that, and probably to feel the way I do. Pull yourself together. Yeah, she hates it. I hate it too. Yeah, I feel like we'll turn this in and then pause for the day. I would speak with thee on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return to the source. Thou wilt have observed our friend spake not in certainties. If Becklug has the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. It is their assessment that given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self, which is not to say the process is without complications. The Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have brought a change in his ethereal composition. As thou thyself didst demonstrate in merging with Ardbert. So we merged with him. He's like just in us now, but can't manifest anymore. We're just together. Their existence and affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. But why wouldn't he? Memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. Dark Souls 2, its take on hollowing, I think would have supported the idea that memories are essential to the soul and to identity. I still think Dark Souls 2 had the coolest interpretation of hollowing, personally. 'Tis a seemingly simple yet complex problem, for nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to that singular end did he cast aside his very name that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. None can say what choices our friend would make, but I thought it only right that thou be made aware of these truths. Okay, and this is where we will pause for Final Fantasy. We will continue Silent Hill 2 Remake tomorrow. Next stream is gonna be packed. So packed you might not finish the patch, but you will finish the meat of it. If you did want to stream the eating raids, you can still do it the stream after next if you felt like it. I recommend finishing before this patch ends. Holy shit. So we've got a lot coming up then. Okay. I will have to think about it. I am concerned about the volume of reading that Eden might require, but so I'm torn because it's something I'd like to share because I've heard that it's narratively like cool, like tied into what's going on. Oh, Arya, you're welcome. We might have to see how we feel. Yeah, because if I'm sick, if my voice isn't back yet, I can't do it. I won't be able to do Eden. But hopefully my voice will be back in 2 weeks, right? In the meantime, this is where I will leave all of you. I hope you have a wonderful Friday evening. And I will see you all tomorrow for Silent Hill 2 Remake approaching the conclusion of the game. I don't think we'll finish tomorrow, but we could. If we don't, we'll definitely finish on Sunday. And I'll have a new Silent Hill video out tomorrow, which will be really cool. I'll post it before stream and then link it so everybody can check it out when we're done if they'd like to. Otherwise, I'm gonna stop talking for a while. I'm gonna go get some throat lozenges and maybe lay down with Moat. He's looking awfully snuggly, so we'll see. It was really nice to hang out. I missed all of you tremendously, and I'm glad to be back. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody.